Hey everybody, welcome to the first installment of Podcast Wednesdays. My name is Brandon Blanks. I haven't put some sort of effect on my voice. I've just lost my voice, and so that's why I sound like I'm insane. I didn't just this isn't like I'm on the podcast voice. So I'm here with Joey Richter.
Hello.
Andrew James Parkhill.
Hello.
Jordan Kelly.
Yeah.
And myself. And we're here. Do you guys want to talk about yourselves? We're going by Cool Pool Party these days.
Cool Pool Party.
I guess we make up a pool party, or at least trying to make up that.
Who doesn't like pools?
We all love
parties.
pools.
Or things that are cool.
I prefer them to be cool. If it's going to be a party in a pool.
Plus, it's a really sexy sound. It feels good to say Cool Pool Party.
Yeah, it's like you'd imagine most playlists that were at a cool pool party would be a good playlist.
I feel like it's a really good thing to yell from like a limousine sunroof. Cool pool party, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
It travels nicely.
people know what kind of time.
It's timeless.
It's timeless. Do you guys want to get started? I guess that was kind of...
I don't know.
Have we do sponsors?
Have we?
Welcome back to...
Massage.
That was an awesome sound effect for the beginning of our show. I'm totally keeping that in. Welcome back to the show. So, we're going to have a little... The format we're going for is like 3 questions. We talk about something like a personal story, and then we riff on it, and then I ask a macro question about like society or technology or the world at large, and then the third is like kind of like a trippy science question called the Carl Sagan question. So, let's get started. Joey. Yeah, tell me about, you were a swimmer, so yeah, we're talking about pools because we're cool. We're getting our Cool Pool Party channel. Follow us on YouTube. Pool Zero Party. That's our channel name.
Because Cool Pool Party was already taken.
And there was a miscommunication between me and Jordan, and then you can only change it once, which is silly because we should,
Yeah. Later we'll change the zeros to heroes.
Yeah. Ooh, shit.
It's weird that you can only do YouTube.
What does that mean?
I just wanted to say zero to hero.
Just like that.
So Joey, let's question. What was your favorite pool as a kid? Favorite pool party or
favorite pool party or pool?
Yeah. I guess that kind of goes hand in hand. But like maybe there wasn't I
guess there was like a pool. It's like weird. Do you guys remember the YMCA?
Yeah.
Pool?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The YMCA.
I was there like 6 months
The Laguna
ago.
Niguel YMCA pool. Spent a lot of time in that pool. That's where I did swimming, but for some reason people like to hold birthday parties there, which was weird because it was just all concrete. Yeah. It was like a really crappy place to have like a birthday pool party, but it was also so big. It was the biggest pool I've ever seen at the time. And it had all the diving boards, which went a long way.
Yeah.
Those giant diving boards really go a long way.
I hated that you couldn't go off the big one. I'm already jumping 14 feet. Why can't I if I want to?
I feel like at a certain point, that's intense. Also, it's the longer you're in the air, maybe it's the more likely you could get off. I don't know.
Maybe there's it's with cats, like you were saying, at a certain point, between 8 and 9 floors, a cat will die. But above that,
Did you ever go to a dance DJ swim party there?
No. Was it sponsored by the YMCA?
Oh, yeah, they used to have.
Those were off the hook.
They used to have the nighttime DJ pool parties. Yeah. It was instead of a dance, which they would hold in the winter,
which were really slutty.
Right.
So that's
they harness a darkness that no other club on Sunset Boulevard can.
Maybe
because it's a really really.
I remember that being the most skanky thing ever when we were 13.
Commercial break, you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna break for a commercial.
When we come back, we're gonna have the next question. A macro. Welcome back, shit. You guys need to Craig the Genie. Kickstarter.
Craig the Genie. Fun.
24/7. Jordan, your turn.
Donate now.
Red Rum. So this podcast is partially sponsored by Craig the Genie. Kickstarter. Donate to the Kickstarter today. We are trying to raise money for a
Donate
pilot.
to the Craig the Genie Kickstarter could cause absolute lot of fun. And
welcome back. We have another question.
Yeah,
it's
we're in our next section.
Yes.
parties.
Party.
So we're moving from pools
To
parties.
Yeah, we've got a little party. You may see or you may not. We got some fucking orange soda. We got some Cocoa Puffs for the party. We got coasters.
I got Mickey Mouse on my glass.
Someone pour the Cocoa Puffs into
We
my...
got penguins.
Oh, Joe,
We got
can you
both
put a little bit of that
penguins.
soda in this glass?
Yeah.
You guys, we are going nuts.
But anyways,
Here.
parties, macro parties. I guess it's like we could talk about what makes we're looking for. Got it. We're talking about what we could do. The similar thing of like, what's your favorite pool? What's your favorite party you've ever been to? But what about like what makes a party a good party?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, what about going to a party?
There's a chemistry to parties. It's really.
You have to be like the right amount of drunk. I think that's really important.
You have to be the right amount of drunk. But even being the right amount of drunk.
But that's not
That's
even
not
right
even true.
either, because there was a whole time when you went to parties before that was a thing that you even did, and they were still great, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Still
true.
went to great parties. So what made those parties great? I mean, I do agree.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sleepovers were always like the ultimate party for me because that was cool. It's like you got to hang out all night.
Yeah.
Sleepovers were boss.
So I guess like the element of doing something that's
The
special.
element of like being alone with only your friends was crazy, and it's like still crazy in a way.
Yeah, like when you just go to like a cabin with your friends.
It's like hanging out, and like just a few people chilling out is different, but it's like the sensation of being around a bunch of people who you know. So like if you know a bunch of people at a party and a bunch of people who you know, is like so crazy. Or if you get taken to a party where you don't
No,
know
anyone.
anyone.
Well, I think that's the science about it. It's like it's not about like what you're going through. I think it's the amount of the right amount of people that do and don't know each other. So it's like if you have I think the
true.
best parties
That
is
is
when
sick.
like my favorite parties ever is dual birthday parties where like two people like just collide like two circles.
Yeah.
There's some people that know everybody.
birthday party.
Yeah, where like
For
two people are having a birthday at once and they're like celebrating on like the day in between their birthdays.
Or like a grad party. Like a lot of people did like dual grad parties. Remember when seen
Yeah, it's just like it's awesome when you're like there's so many people you love and know. You feel good about that. You know what I mean? Like you're confident about being around your friends. But you're also like meeting a lot of new people, and it's like there's such a giant, so many like two circles of friends just came together, and like some of them stuck. That's always a good party.
That is a good party. And music's always tough at parties too.
Yeah, you gotta have some music because you can't have it be silent, especially like before people get there. Like you gotta have music at the beginning. I think is really important.
It's nice having a place that music is in this place, but it's not in other places of the party. Like there's a music room or a dance room.
Yeah.
I always like live music at a party, and I feel like you can go to like two extremes with that. But like, for example, I always enjoy a good party where there are people playing music like in a small thing. Like a year ago, we did like a soup and songs party. It's like we had kind of like an acoustic night at the house, and like everyone made soup, and it was like. That doesn't sound like a super thrilling party, but it was actually incredibly mellow.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's one end of the spectrum, but then the other end of the spectrum is like a wedding. Like a band at a wedding is awesome. It's like super fun.
Weddings
and then
are
weddings
great
are just
parties.
fantastic in general, you know.
Yeah,
so.
weddings with a DJ, it's like it's nice, but it's like, man,
A band is just cool.
I'm gonna
A
have
band
to
is
need.
cool.
I'm gonna have to need a band at my wedding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially when they're like
Our delivery's here.
delivery of. There's a lot of noises. It sounds like,
old man Johnson off to
Hopefully it
deliver
sounds-
all the milk.
hopefully, it sounds like we're in the city.
Our late night Kirby
Gabagoodle. I want to go get pizza in New York or just anywhere.
or across the street.
Pizza parties are pretty cool too.
Pizza pool
parties.
parties.
There's something about pizza that gets burnt into your brain when you're a very young child. Because what happens when pizza comes up when you're young? What's going on? You probably won the big game.
Yeah, you probably
You know,
are on a sleepover.
or you're probably having a sleepover, or it's like a rainy day and like the teacher ordered pizza.
Or
'cause
hanging out with
everybody
their big
got an A.
Italian family.
It's like
Rainy
pizza.
Pizza party. Do pizza
Rainy
parties.
day pizza.
Rainy day pizza, man. Or like when like the whole school like hooks up, like we ordered a bunch of pizzas today and you don't have to eat like the normal like sludge. It's like,
remember?
God, you're so so stoked about that. And then for the rest of your life, you're like, we're gonna be having a good time. We're gonna need some pizzas. It's like always that thing. It's like
I'm going in story mode. But do you remember in marine biology when Mr. Hudson surprised us actually with a pizza party that one time?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. There was this class.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, there was like a class in high school where we kept trying to get the teacher every final of like the section. We would like go outside of his class. We weren't allowed to go in the classroom before the test because it was like go in, take the test, like, and then you leave. That's like the period, and you go, okay. So everyone would meet outside the classroom the day of the test. And every time we joked like, hey, is it gonna be a pizza party this time? He's like, no, you're taking the test. And we're like, come on, you got a pizza party together, right? And like every time we had one of these exams, and one time he did it, and it was one of the happier moments I've ever lived. Certainly in high school.
Chill.
I remember coming out of class where you like all your class, because my class was like right there, and we'd all come out, and everybody came out of the class with like the pizza mouth, and everybody in my class was like, "What the fuck? Like, are you serious?" Like, it was like
It was so hard.
Pizza
it was not fair. Did you bring enough pizza for all of us? It was like we were gonna like riot.
Have
We wanted.
you ever been to places that like have lots of all about potluck? Sorry, I had to shove at least 4 Cocoa Puffs in my mouth.
Not 4.
Brought to you by
Cocoa Puffs, real. Jeez, what's up?
It's gonna be funny when the Cocoa Puffs is bleeped out later. I like that.
Cocoa Puffs are easy to throw in your mouth because they're so light.
Yeah, you get a lot of hang time.
Because they're just dangerous.
What do you like? What do you guys feel about potlucks?
Oh, potlucks are great.
Oh, potlucks are awesome, but then you never know
when
what
people can make food.
Yeah, it's bad when like everybody.
College potlucks suck. College potlucks were the worst because somebody's like, I made 8 boxes of mac and cheese in my microwave. There you go.
Yeah, the other person's like 8 McDonald's fries, large fries.
Party of 40.
Yeah, someone always like does not.
Party of 1 in my mouth.
They don't bring the heat, and they eat all the rest of the other stuff.
Yeah. Somebody brings some nasty meat.
Yeah.
Here's my nasty meat. It's my mom's recipe.
Yeah, people
Secret as fuck.
I brought a jar of jelly. Like
That doesn't count.
potluck.
We started doing.
You guys making broths? You guys making broths and rice? Awesome.
Yeah, got that jelly.
Yeah. That's marmalade.
Turkey toast. Here's
Oh,
my
yeah.
turkey toast.
Schmuckers.
That's not a sponsor. You can have to beat that too. Cocoa Puffs and Smuckers.
But yeah,
It's
parties. Parties, man. It's like a good party. A good party will stick with you forever.
A party has to like exceed your expectations normally. That's like what usually the great parties are.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool. And
It's like a milestone
what?
party. Like a party where you go, this has never happened to me or any of my friends before
Yeah.
at a party. Or like, I've never done this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, this has never happened before, you know?
Yeah.
Well, then there's
Like
like
if you go to a party where no one's wearing pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been to a party. That was one of the best.
ABC party, anything but clothes party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that shit was revolutionary.
I made like duct tape clothes for one of those.
It's painful.
So that was
you just like put it
yeah. No, it was very
costume parties are awesome.
My friend Jake went to a party called a food orgy that one of the Berkeley co-ops do, where it's like everyone's naked and there's all this food, but you can't eat or drink for yourself. People have to like feed you and like.
That sounds like the worst.
I know, isn't that insane? He was so
Especially, I just mowed down on food.
He
at
went
parties.
and he was just like
so irritated.
Yeah.
Wait, this is real?
This is a real thing. It's called yeah. My friend Jake has been to this. It's like this Berkeley co-op does it every year, and then they like everyone's like sort of naked, and then but you have to like feed each other.
It's like wearing like briefs.
Yeah, but then like towards the end of the night, when everyone starts like drinking, it's like people get naked, and you don't
But
have
there's still
to,
food.
But there's still
Kind
food.
of,
People
but
put
it's
like
like
Thai
See,
sauce on each
I
other.
have a problem.
Same.
I have a problem with that because I imagine a whole bunch of food that I just don't want out
Right.
in general.
Yeah.
Like someone feeding
The last
you,
thing
like,
I want to do when I'm naked is
potato
eat.
salad.
Yeah, potato salad. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
like potato salad that's just out. That
Just like taquitos that are like 6 hours old.
Yeah, just cold taquitos.
like chicken satay. Like
Wait, we gotta go to another commercial break. We got like 10, so we probably already lost the clip.
No, it's probably still going.
No, it'll. Cause
You know what? One of my,
Say it.
you know what's another thing too is there's bars are just parties.
Bars are just parties.
They're just places where you can hold a party.
Yeah.
And like clubs are even bigger ones. It's like those are cool parties.
This is the ultimate party.
Like you go to a nice dive bar, like you know who's there. You know what I mean? You're having a good time with your friend. That's just a party.
We threw George Clooney a birthday
point
party.
here
That
is-
was pretty tight.
The point is, life is a party, and
Life is-
party with your life. You know.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
that's
the
a
party
real
doesn't
thing
stop.
you did though, right? You threw George Clooney a birthday
Yeah,
party.
that's a great story. That's worth
Every penny.
telling. I don't know. I got like 2 seconds left.
worth its own
No, well,
podcast.
It was his 50th birthday. We threw him a party, and we had spent like $700 on the party. There was like a bartender with his band, and like it was crazy.
When what time did he get there?
He got there at like 8:35, and my friend Jake, he goes, so it was like a week before. He goes, so let's be honest, how many minutes a day do you daydream about Clooney actually coming? He's like, because I'm at like 25.
Dude, it'd be cool.
I don't know.
If George Clooney was like that, if George Clooney was like Bill Murray like that,
Yeah.
I bet he would.
He totally would. I don't know. Well, I was thinking
I don't know,
like
he's
this
working on
party is
something,
fucking
right?
sick. What is
Chill
his actual
Clooney
birthday
is
like?
the right word.
Chill Clooney.
Bill Murray works.
Oh man.
Joe Clooney. Well, on that note,
Yeah. Come on.
stay cool.
If you're wondering what crazy Kickstarter to back with your billions. Look no further.
Why don't you give Craig the Genie a try?
Give it even $1 billion counts. All of your billions can make a difference. Billions. Billions.
All Backstarter funds will go towards Craig the Genie and all the productions of Craig the Genie at this fort. But
That was you had the right attitude.
I was going there and then I was like,
You were confident enough
I
that I'm
started
gonna give you a
saying
B.
words that
I'm
aren't
gonna give you a B,
words.
buddy. As you roll the camera. All right, welcome back to the last and final question of this episode of Podcast Wednesdays. Hope you've liked it so far. Hope you're listening. What if no one listens?
If no one,
Just no one. Just ghosts in the machine. The last question is...
okay.
The last question is... damn it, what was it?
when have you felt the most
cool? When have
cool?
you
Yeah,
felt
cool.
the most cool in your life?
God,
Like, maybe
true.
not relative cool, but like at the time... Like,
Yeah, maybe in perspective, like in retrospect,
Yeah.
it wasn't cool, but at the time, but that's
When
it
did you
doesn't
feel
matter.
like most of the shit? Yeah, because it's all...
It doesn't matter
yeah.
because it's all relative.
Yeah,
anyways.
when was like your adrenaline pumping with
And I'm gonna live forever moment.
Yeah.
I will live forever.
Drew? How about you?
You know what? I think that and this is you guys were all there. You guys remember it clearly, but it was the moment that Clark McClanathan and I kissed at the end of the improv show
Yeah.
our senior year.
Yeah.
That was insane. Like it's just like so many people like just loving that moment all at
Just
the same
went
time,
nuts.
and it was like mine and Clark's fault. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah.
we were just so like this was I was awesome.
So...
But yeah, I think that that's one of like the coolest moments.
Yeah. Like the soccer
I can,
goal
like,
moment.
just in perspective at that moment I was just like
Did you just call that a soccer goal moment?
Yeah, like...
yeah, it was a soccer goal. Like you just throw your arms
like a
up.
shootout.
I felt like
It's
a
like that-
Spartan. I guess that's the best way to describe it. If at any moment you ever felt like a Spartan, that was it.
I don't know. Nobody else sitting here is gonna have one that has anything to do with kissing another guy. I don't think. Not to say that yours isn't completely
Yeah,
valid.
yeah.
But it's like
I guess out of
thing to
context.
achieve.
Out of context.
cool, man.
I guess
No,
out of
it's a hard-
context,
it's
the
a
story is for the
Yeah.
sake of people that are like, what the fuck is he talking about? We were doing an improv show. We were ending the game. We like to end the game with questions only, and that's if you don't know what that game is, look it up. But it's fun. And you were only talking in the form of questions. And when Clark and I had gone on for I think what was probably like 3 minutes straight of just like question after question. The only question left was, "Will you kiss me?" And that's what broke the. So anyway, so that was.
So you
and
said, "Will you
and
kiss
the
me?"
crowd erupted in laughter, and it was a cool moment.
Who said, will you kiss me, you or him?
I think I said it to him. He like got on his knees, and like his just face was like right near my face, and I was like, "Would you kiss me, please?" That was like still a question, and he like didn't have anything to say, so he fucking.
Said you
just
So he
game
kissed me with his like hairy Yeti bearded face.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Because he
So.
looks like a pirate.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Featuring Clark McClanathan.
They're doing the number 5.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
Guess how much 4 made?
But anyway, so that was mine.
like $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Bullshit.
What about you, Brandon? When did you feel the coolest?
Oh man, I don't
Just
know.
the cat cool.
It's probably an improv show based thing, which is funny.
Yeah, man, it's just.
But yeah, I'd say probably freshman year improv show. That's like when I felt like the most like the shit.
Yeah.
Because like for like the amount like the status at the time percentage wise of like how high I could have achieved in my mind is like was pretty close to where I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like now it's like, you know, the sky's on the limit. It's like if I'm not like Steve Jobs, it's like the ceiling, but that's like fine. So percentage wise, like when you're a kid, your imagination is pretty low. And so to like be like very fulfilled with where you're at.
It's very mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's very mind blowing to like peak.
Yeah.
I feel like at least not peak, but like be like, oh my god, this is the greatest it could be.
You're like, whoa. Yeah, that was tight. Yeah. That was a good year. Being on ASU was pretty cool. When we were on ASU, like that summer was pretty.
There were some cool things that happened there.
We used to just ditch class, be like, boop. Just
oh man, you know when I felt the most cool was when we snuck into the ASU.
Oh man, I wish I was there.
I was gonna say that too.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the cool. That was.
I was gonna say.
I felt so cool.
More specifically, I was gonna say running.
No, even making the passes. We tell the story.
From it. Well, yeah, there was all that, but no, I mean, you brought it up. I think you should tell it. But
yeah,
but I specifically the running away from the scene. I remember like that's kind of great. You know, I still think
it was like
we were like on an alternate rooftop.
Yeah,
because it was a situation that felt like 1,000 times more like insane and dangerous than it actually really was. And so
it was like not a big deal.
Because there's like the student body from a bunch of different schools in like Southern California every end of the summer all like go and meet up at this camp in Santa Barbara, or it's at UC Santa Barbara, and it's like a camp, and it's like a leadership conference, and you're like, yeah. Everyone just wants to hang out and live in the dorms and pretend like they're in college and go to dances, because that's what college will be like, right?
Yeah, more dances
than meals, exactly. And like volleyball tournaments and like a giant like a sketch. It was just like it was the culmination of like a fun summer.
Really, what it is intrinsically it's just a bonding experience for each individual ASU.
Which is great.
Whatever.
Yeah. And it worked, man. Everyone got tight. Everyone gets super tight. Yeah. And you go into the year and everyone's like super tight and ready to like work together and like do shit because you just spent a whole summer like working on something else. But there's a
when you're not in
dance.
high school anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're done with high school, you realize that's over. But there's a dance like every night, and so the summer after we graduated high school. When they were going to the camp that August, Jordan, your little brother, Max Kelly, was on ASU. And he was on ASU, and like, when we made the plan, it took months. It took like a month.
And Eric was in on it, sort of.
Because, Eric was sort of in on it. It was like people who...
Younger classmen that were like classmates.
We knew, like, we all kept our lanyards from the thing. It was like, there's 3 things that, like, those kids had to have on them, like, at all times. It was like a lanyard. It was like a lanyard with like a name tag.
Because we're gonna need.
And then like a wristband, like a special colored wristband that was like, one of those like one of those club wristbands that like you go and to a club to go in, and then it was a costume. So it was like a costume, and it was jungle themed. And so we
had the men on the inside.
We had our men on the inside, like. As soon as they got to the camp, like the first day, take a photo of what their past looked like, and then we photoshopped the photo and like put our names in it in like the same font and printed them out and put them in lanyards, and then they told us about the wristbands they got, and then we got like a
they got different ones every day, so we had to buy
every day. So we had to buy a bunch of colors. We had to buy like a variety pack of colors, and then we.
But the wristbands were for the dance. Like we had to meet up with Max, and he had to tell us
a couple hours before that night. Yeah,
we like still had all of the colors and hoped that he would have one that matched.
And he did, and it was close enough. And it's like it's dark, so it was like whatever.
He like took a picture and sent it to us.
And we met him in secret, like on the campus, and then like we went back because we were staying with a friend who was a graduate. We were staying with a friend who was at school, who was at UCSB, I think. Or just Santa Barbara City College.
No, he was City College. He was definitely City College, but he was part of the
he was at
Sigma Chi.
Sigma Chi.
He sought refuge at the Sigma Chi house.
I don't know where I slept that night, but I know it wasn't somewhere good.
Oh, I remember.
I was in a room
recollection of
I was in a room with a broken chair.
abandoned. I was in a room that had been abandoned. It was like somebody had pulled all their things out of the closet.
Felt like the opposite of a safe house.
Everything.
There was
woke
graffiti
up
on the
with
wall.
new stuff. Woke up with new stuff painted on the wall that wasn't there the night before.
Yep.
All kinds of orange and yellow graffiti.
But the moment we arrived, our friend broke a chair in there. I recall that.
But
he went to the hospital that night.
He did. Oh, that's right.
It was
He had
a
a
crazy
much
night.
bigger night than we did.
But then, so we all rallied.
Doesn't
Like the
remember.
4 of us rallied at like 7:30 before the dance. It was dark, and we had to the frat house was like right on the border of campus. So we essentially just walked into campus, and then found out where the dance was. There were cops, man. There
Cops
were
on
cops
bikes.
there.
Yeah. Cops
There were
on
cops
bikes.
on
it was like
bikes.
reaching the Pentagon.
There were cops
It was insane. And we're all dressed. Remind them what the theme
We're
was.
all dressed like jungle, so we all have stupid leather stuff and safari hats and stupid shit. And it's like there were cops, man, and
You were in a leopard, like a
leopard pants, like a vest or something. It was weird.
There were a lot of leopard bandanas.
Yeah.
You were in they were like leopard ladies.
And so we blended in with the crowd, and then we just went to the dance, and we ended up meeting up with kids who we knew, like Rusty. We met up with Rusty Parkour.
You guys had to keep your faces covered the whole time because you're old.
We had sunglasses the whole time, but then the best moment of the whole thing was we were there for most of the time. And then they had a camera. They always had a camera, a big jumbotron that would show film and video. And Jordan, you were dancing with someone, and you looked at the camera, and it was our guy, it was on the screen, and the guy who used to run our activities director, his name is Ned.
Shut up.
He just
Shut up.
It was just like, hey Ned, and you mouthed hey Ned, and then it was we knew, and it was he's coming for us. And
Was he? And he
then he was. It's
you saw him,
we saw him at the
across?
from across the thing at the end, coming down the stairs and starting to look. We're we got bail. No. And so we got out of there.
No. We weren't drunk.
That wasn't even it. We were. There was so much. The adrenaline was insane.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Because this was this was trespassing with full guardage. There were really funny versions of cops, cops on bikes and cops in golf carts.
Yeah.
So all means of chasing you, but not terribly quickly.
But and we were we could run upstairs. We were hiding in second stories of buildings.
I
remember before we went down there, we were waiting because you were
the thing that really, really fucked us is the fact that when we walked away, we were dressed in jungle clothes.
Yeah, we couldn't get out. They wouldn't let us leave.
They wouldn't let you leave. That was the hard part.
That's why we got.
That's why we got fucked. I totally.
They were chasing down what they thought were high school students, and they were responsible.
Yeah, it was
for
because we left.
So we left
the opposite way that we needed to go.
When you walked out of the dance, they were okay, well, everyone lives in this section, so you had to walk out and walk left. We walked out, and we really needed to go right. And
didn't someone try to escort us to our room?
Well, no, that's exactly what
someone
happened.
was I'm going to escort you to your room.
And we start to walk right, and people are we're going down that staircase toward the little swampy thing or whatever.
Oh my god,
and,
this was stressful.
And I think it's me that was last. And they go, hey, you! Where are you going? All of you come back here. And so then we all have to go back, and he sits us down on the curb. We basically got caught.
What school are you from? Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, Dana Hills? You're from Dana Hills? Who's Dana Hills?
I'm going to
Ned?
Right. Yeah, Nedler, I'm going to get your advisor. And they leave to go get the advisor, and it's run now?
Wait,
yeah.
Just ran?
Yeah!
It was scary,
we got caught. I mean, we got caught. We got caught because we weren't walking back the right way. And so when he left to go get the advisor, it was one of the silliest situations. It was one of those you stay put. It's of course we're not going to stay put.
Because in retrospect, I remember this moment. It's so stupid.
Who was we should fucking run?
I think it was mutually agreed. It was just we must run now.
I think I was the first one that's
we didn't walk. We didn't walk either. We ran. And we ran for a while.
So wait, did he leave and then you bounced, or you just left when did he chase you?
We waited for him to. He went back. He had to go back into the dance.
There was a moment.
Left, and then there were. It's we didn't know if we were being chased, but we thought it was.
We thought it was fun to just run.
And there were a lot of moments there were cops. There were cops and
scary,
security people on patrol, so we weren't sure if they were patrolling looking for us. So like every time we saw like a flickering light in the distance, it's like hide.
There was a moment where, like, I remember we got split up. It was like me and our friend Nick, who was the fourth person, and you two were like, we got split up at some corridor, and there was this moment where we all like came together again, we were like running. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
We were like,
split
let's
though.
go.
I don't remember who was with who. Though.
It was just all of a sudden we all four of us were running at the same time.
No, I remember we got split up, and I was worried about it. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna meet up again, and then it was like,
tummy's like rumbling thinking about this. I feel like I have to poop thinking about this.
really, it was very.
It's so silly because in retrospect, it was like not the. It was like the
Yeah, it's like what really would have happened if we had gotten caught. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
I remember the moment we were like on a building, looking down on it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow we got on a rooftop.
We got on a rooftop before we got down there, and we were like, we gotta wait. And Joey was like, we gotta wait until it's like full swing, or else it's gonna be hard to get in there.
Right.
It's gotta be like off the hook, or else it won't.
We were up on that balcony.
We were up on a balcony at like a school, like a classroom building, and we were looking down. I remember in retrospect, it's so silly because like it was like
we treated it like
not
we
a big deal. We made it such a big deal.
That's probably why
one of us like did a speech,
and which was like,
guys, this is
our time.
This is the big moment. This is it. We can do this. This is like it was so stupid. It was like
makes
just
sense.
leather pants.
It makes sense why that was so cool because it was. It's
awesome.
Again, it's like in retrospect, I go, what were we thinking? That wouldn't have been a big deal. We got caught.
Yeah. Imaginations, man. We were just so imaginative. We were just like,
I don't know. We definitely weren't drunk, but we had probably had like a beer or two.
Maybe. I don't even know.
Maybe.
Honestly.
But maybe we didn't out of fear because it was like, if we get caught, what's going to happen? But if we get caught and we're drunk, now that's bad.
that was a thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, but which brings us to the point of, you know, what makes you cool? Adrenaline, get high on life.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Life's a party. Yeah. Get high on life. The world's your pool.
Smoke tons of a bowl of life every day.
Smoke that bowl of life.
Tonight.
Pack it full of life and smoke it.
I like to smoke a bowl of life to help me get to sleep.
I want life cinnamon now.
We've got life up there.
What?
Is that a thing?
No, I think I'm gonna get a chili cheese fried burrito on the way home.
Gotcha.
Because we're close to Dell. It's over 24 hours.
I would like to get a ahi tuna bowl from Ahi Dijon. No, ahi tuna bowl from Silver Lake Lounge or Silver Lake Ramen, please.
It's 12.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
Shout out to Silver Lake Ramen.
Yeah, this podcast is also indirectly, unofficially sponsored by Silver Lake Ramen.
What was that?
So cheap, so healthy, so delicious. Open till 12. Delicious.
Yeah, super good.
Oh,
so good.
Well,
all right, you guys.
Thanks, guys.
I hope you had a great time. Where can we follow? You can check out this podcast, a video of this podcast on our website, our YouTube channel, Cool Zero Pool Zero Party.
That's
YouTube.
Cool Pool Party.
Cool Pool Party. You can also find me on Twitter, Brandon_blanks.
Me at Joey Richter.
And me at Drew Parkhill.
I believe I'm at JK Official.
Yeah, JAYKAY Official.
Yeah, that's me.
And check out our Kickstarter at you just go to Kickstarter.
Search Craig the Genie.
Search Craig the Genie. We got a cool little TV pilot we're trying to fund.
And we have a Twitter for the character / Kickstarter, which is at Craig with a C, CRAIG, the Genie.
Lots of fun perks for all backers, different sort of fun prizes for everybody to get involved in the conversation. The more you back, the more you get.
And thanks to who have backed thus far, because you're probably the people that are
you guys
known about this, and so please spread it to your friends. And if they just want to listen to a couple of 25 minutes of cool pool party talk, then tune in next week.
Yeah.
And do we have a hashtag that we want to send people for in preparation for next Wednesday for maybe things to talk about or questions? Maybe.
Yeah, next week, ask us what you want to say in our next podcast. Yeah. Tweet us about what you want to hear.
Tweet the Craig the Genie Twitter at Craig the Genie, what we said before.
Yeah.
With maybe a question and the hashtag cool shit. Hashtag cool pool party talks.
Yeah. Hashtag
cool party talks.
Cool pool party talks. Listen, we're gonna finalize on hashtag cool pool party talks.
And not cool poop, like what Joey said. Because Joey said poop.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about poop.
You guys, I could have edited that, but now I have to edit all this poop talk.
We should stop.
All right, thanks you guys for listening, and Good.
That's not.